Just got out of the shower and thought I'd make a quick video since this is kind of like another first. So it's the first time that I've shampooed my hair since the operation myself. I went in for the post-op, they did it for me, and now I kind of have to start doing it on my own. One thing I noticed when I was getting in the shower, it's also the first time I've really taken off the headband. So there's a good amount of swelling, like my head, that's not the normal shape. And you can see on the top, it looks like I'm wearing like a small hat or something. It looks unusual, but definitely there's some swelling there, and right here it's still a little puffy. And they said once the puffiness is gone, then I won't really, there'll be no need for the headband. But I can tell it's on pretty tight too, because it's left some indentations in my skin, but that's the last thing I'm worried about right now. But basically, once I got in there, I'm a little paranoid. I'm just being like probably a little too careful, but considering considering all the trouble we went through to get these hairs on there, I want to be as careful as possible. And the whole thing about it, which you'll read again and again and again on the post-op instructions, is don't rub any of the new hair too hard, because basically that's like the one way you can mess it up and just lose the brand new hairs before they even have a chance to grow. So I put the water on about as low as I could. It wasn't really a stream. It was barely like dripping out. Not quite drops, but like one solid stream barely. And I actually I didn't even do that. When I wet my hair at first, I cupped it in my hand and I just threw it on my head, but carefully. I didn't want to accidentally hit myself while I'm throwing the water on top of my head. So I did that extremely gently. I got the soap and I rubbed it in my hand to lather it. The soap they gave me, it's like a special soap. It doesn't lather really well though. I put some and I rubbed pretty hard between my palms, and barely any like white suds came out. And I ended up putting a lot more, probably a little bit too much. Still not many suds. So I was like, hey, what the hell? And I started off in the back because I knew the top would be the most delicate. And I just, you could feel the stitches. So that's the first time I've gotten up close and personal with them as well. And I did that part first, and they said that's not the biggest concern. You don't have to be, terribly gentle with the incision in the back, as written on their instructions. But on top, I was super careful. I was patting it, to put the lathered soap in there, and then I left it in there for like a minute or two. And also the same thing with the shower head. I had it on just extremely low, and I bent back because getting in your eyes kind of burns. I think I got a little bit in there, and I could tell it would hurt if I got a good amount in. But I tilted my head back and I just let it gently. It was just very strange. You never take a shower like that where things are like raining on you and stuff. But I had to be super careful, and I finally got it done. So I figure, since today is day 2, operation day is like day 0, what they call. So it's been 2 days since the operation. Then today, will be the day I'm the most careful. I think after like a week, and definitely after 2 weeks, once the scabs come off and stuff, then I don't have to be too crazy sensitive about it. Although of course I'll still use due diligence and be careful. But other than that, first shampoo looks fine. Hopefully. A little bit of the sensation is gone. I could tell when I touch my head, I can barely feel it, but I'm sure in time, it's only been a couple of days, so definitely things are looking good, and I'm sure to get better. Cool. Talk to you guys soon.